All right, today we're gonna just do a quick video on how to deal with an egg-bound snake. So this is a black king snake. So this is the greatest. So right here, we have this female. She's retained an egg. First thing, I'm using alcohol. So we have to sterilize the site. And what we're trying to do is basically relieve the size of that egg. So this egg, I cannot freely manipulate this down the snake's body. So I know at this point, the easiest thing to do, she was laying her eggs yesterday. The easiest thing to do is basically sacrifice this egg, because I'm really interested in, her well-being. So I take a large gauge syringe. Look at that sucker. See that?
Damn.
And it's already been in alcohol. What's very, very important here is this is all sterile, and sterilizing the outside of the body, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to puncture through her, between her belly scutes and into that egg, through her body cavity into that egg. And what I don't want to do is take outside bacteria, coliform bacteria, any kind of ambient bacteria, and then basically infect her with that. So we're going to do that. So it's pretty simple. So you want to zoom in. So I want to find right where the center of the egg is. And what I do, I'm just going to draw it out. I want to basically drain as much of that egg. I don't want that to go into her body cavity. So I will drain it so I can get as much as possible. And I could use some provoiodine or whatever, so there's a little bit of blood. Sometimes that does happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And basically wow, that's great. We're bleeding on this. That will stop. She'll clot. And basically now what you want to do is you want to keep her clean, very, very clean, making sure you're changing her water. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into feeding her. So generally, a lot of times I do it and there's no blood at all. But you can see, I mean, it looks far worse than it is. But what this can do, this can save the animal. So what this is going to do is now, because the egg is now much smaller, and what happens is something in the oviduct gets twisted. And basically, like if you take a sock and you put a tennis ball in it, or two tennis balls, and you twist it, the tennis balls will suddenly get stuck. So the same thing happens in theory to the egg. So what we want to do, reduce the size of that egg, and then we're going to let her, she's going to basically start managing that egg and then push it down. So I might see, maybe in the next couple days, could be 2 weeks, she'll eventually push out this like little wrinkly thing, which was previously an egg, and she'll push it out and she'll get on with her life. I'm watching the way she's behaving. Even though we had a little bit of blood, she's flicking her tongue and she's not too freaked out. I would expect her to eat in the next day or two. So you can look at content of the egg. So that was what was inside that egg. And we do not want that egg to stay inside her, because what's going to happen is over time she's going to try to reabsorb that egg, and she's going to vasculate all around that egg, and it's going to be kind of tough on her. And now we have something like a foreign body that shouldn't be inside that animal, and that can put that animal through a lot of grief and stress, and actually could basically kill the animal. It could also cause an infection, toxoplasmosis or something like that, any kind of systemic infection, because you're dealing with all sorts of nasty things. All right, that's it for today. I'm dealing with egg-bound snakes.